Hello everyone, now we are going to discuss the repetitive extravascular dosing in case of one compartment open model for multiple dosage regimens. And as we all know, in order to develop a mathematical equations to correlate physiological systems with mathematical equations, certain basic assumptions must be made in order to develop the equations. And similarly, in order to develop the equations for extravascular route also, basic assumptions are made. They are, the first point is the drug absorption and the elimination process follows first order kinetics. The drug absorption and the elimination process, they follow first order kinetics. If we can recollect, in case of IV bolus administration, the absorption process is so rapid that we have omitted the entire term. But in case of extravascular route of administration, drug absorption plays an important role and must be taken into consideration, and it should follow first order kinetics. That is the first assumption. And coming to the second assumption, the pharmacokinetic parameters such as absorption coefficient, elimination coefficient, volume of distribution and the fraction of the dose absorbed, they must remain constant during the multiple dosing. The pharmacokinetic parameters should remain constant during the multiple dosing. So these are the two assumptions that are made to develop the equations for extravascular route. And similar to that of the multiple IV bolus administration, equations can be developed which enable us to calculate the plasma concentration achieved following the multiple oral administration. And the plasma concentration at any given time during an oral or extravascular multiple dose regimen can be given by the following equation. So this is the final equation which is used to determine the plasma concentration at any time during the oral or extravascular multiple dose regimen. So the equation is Cn. N is nothing but the number of doses. Cn is the plasma concentration after nth dose. Cn is equals to F into Ka d naught by Vd into Ka minus K into 1 minus e to the power of minus nk tau by 1 minus e to the power of minus k tau into e to the power of minus kt minus 1 by 1 minus e to the power of minus nk ka tau by 1 minus e to the power of minus ka tau whole equation into e to the power of minus ka tau. If we can recollect, we have simply added the further equations which are related to absorption coefficient to the equations which are already existed in case of elimination coefficient. For extravascular administration, the absorption term is also taken into consideration. And similarly, the fraction of the dose absorbed, F, is also a new parameter. So this is the final equation for determining the plasma concentration. As we all know, N is equals to number of doses, tau is the dosing interval, F is the fraction of the dose absorbed, and T is the time after administration of N doses. And similar to that of the plasma concentration, steady state concentrations can also be determined after oral multiple dosage regimen. As we all know, after a number of doses, that makes e to the power of nk tau. After a number of doses, the term e to the power of minus nk tau, it becomes essentially equal to 0, and in such case a steady state is reached and the concentration at that point is given by steady state concentration. And the equation is for steady state concentration, CSS is equals to F into Ka d naught by Vd into Ka minus K into 1 by 1 minus e to the power of minus Kt into e to the power of minus K, 1 minus e to the power of minus K tau into e to the power of minus Kt by minus 1 by 1 minus e to the power of minus Ka tau into e to the power of minus Kat. Here the term e to the power of minus nk tau is omitted because it has become essentially equal to 0. from the previous equation. So this is the final equation used for determination of steady state concentration. And that equation can be further simplified if we assume that the subsequent doses are given that equation can be further simplified if we assume that the subsequent doses are given after the plasma concentration has peaked, or e to the power of minus k tau is close to 0. That is, the next dose is given after the absorption phase is complete. So the previous equation of steady state concentration can be further simplified if we assume that this is the graph for single dose. So in case of when we consider multiple dose, we have to assume that the next dose, that is the next peak will come, or the next dose is given after the plasma concentration has reached the peak. In other words, the term e to the power of minus Ka tau should be close to 0, or to be more clear, the next dose should be given after the absorptive phase has been completed. If the next doses or subsequent doses are given after the completion of absorption phase, the previous equation of steady state concentration can be further simplified as CSS minimum is equals to F into Ka d naught by Vd into Ka minus K into 1 by 1 minus e to the power of minus k tau into e to the power of minus kt. So this is the simplified equation if the subsequent doses are given after the completion of absorption phase. And similarly, as that of steady state concentration, the average steady state concentration is also an important term in extravascular multiple dosage regimen. So that can be determined by the equation similar to that of the IV administration. We all know that after IV bolus, the steady state concentration average steady state concentration, CSS average, can be determined by AUC method. AUC by dosing interval. AUC is nothing but the area under curve. And we all know that the relationship between the volume of distribution, elimination rate constant and AUC is equals to F into fraction of the dose absorbed into dose d naught by K into Vd. So this is the equation or the relationship between volume of distribution and AUC. And similarly, based on this equation, the CSS average can also be determined by CSS average is equals to F into d naught by K into Vd, elimination rate constant into volume of distribution into dosing interval. This is the equation which is used for the estimation of average steady state concentrations. And we all know that elimination rate constant into volume of distribution gives the total clearance of the body. And similarly, if we have the total clearance, the average steady state concentration can also be determined by CSS average is equals to F into d naught by total clearance. This is also an important equation which is employed for determining the average steady state concentration. And the drug does not show therapeutic activity unless it reaches a desired steady state, and it takes about approximately 5 half-lives, to be exact 4.5 half-lives, to reach 95% of the steady state concentration. We know this thing. And in such cases, a loading dose is given in order to reach the steady state concentration before the maintenance doses are given. So drug does not show therapeutic activity unless it reaches a desired steady state, and in order to reach that desired steady state, a loading dose is given in addition to the maintenance doses. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for further videos on biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetics.